Duke Energy is preparing their crews for the impacts following Milton's landfall in Florida.
That's right. When Hurricane Helene hit the southeast less than 2 weeks ago, power outages peaked around 1.2 million customers without power in just the Carolinas. CBS 17's Mariah Ellis is live for us tonight. And Mariah, you spoke with Duke Energy today. How are they planning to respond to those in the dark following Milton?
Yeah, the power company says their strength is really coming from the size of their company. They say they operate in about 6 different states, which has allowed them to really prioritize where their resources are needed. A rush of traffic, drivers evacuating, families in the Gulf Coast, joining the many preparing ahead of Hurricane Milton.
Our forecasters are kind of locking in the final track of the storm. We're using our systems to model damage and figure out where we're going to see a lot of impacts. Obviously, flooding is going to be a big concern.
Jeff Brooks with Duke Energy says it's a storm that's brought already 16,000 resources, from line workers to contractors, in place and near the impact zone, ready to respond.
These staging areas are almost like military bases. They're like cities where we can house thousands of line workers and tree workers. We can feed them. We can provide them basic services.
Crews not just preparing for heavy rainfall, high storm surges, and extreme winds, but an extensive power restoration process ahead.
We're fighting a multi-storm, multi-front war right now.
It comes as the power company continues to prioritize recovery efforts in western North Carolina. Crews still restoring power to almost 60,000 customers since Hurricane Helene's hit less than 2 weeks ago.
We've got houses that have been shifted off their foundations. We've got infrastructure that's just been destroyed, roads that are out. You know, everybody's doing everything they can to get these communities back on their feet. This is almost like really rebuilding the entire electric grid in certain parts of our state.
Brooks says it's infrastructure that could take weeks, even months to repair. He says mobile substations have provided a temporary fix in some areas, knowing there's still a long road ahead. Brooks also tells me that part of their focus is really where this storm is headed, saying Milton could hit some of their most dense areas where a lot of their customers are living. He says it's important to make sure those customers are also reaching out to Duke Energy to make sure their information has been updated. Mariah Ellis, CBS 17 News.
Yeah, definitely a lot of work to do in western North Carolina.
Absolutely, Mariah, thanks so much.